Hello, good morning, Facebook, and good morning, the very lovely Emma Malcolm. How are you?
Tired.
Emma, tell everybody why you're tired.
I did the Boston Marathon as a virtual on Sunday, and it was my first menopause marathon, and it's flipping hard work. But I raised nearly £600 for the menopause charity, so I'm really chuffed.
That is amazing. That's really good. Really good. So when you're not running marathons for the menopause charity, tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Hello, everybody. My name is Emma Malcolm, and I am the Director of Fundraising and Marketing at the Macular Society, which is a charity that probably most of you have never heard of. But we're raising about £6.5 million a year, and we aim to beat macular disease.
Awesome. So there's a strange is the wrong word, but my brain isn't yet working correctly. You have an additional challenge, don't you, within your fundraising, in that you are fundraising from your beneficiaries mainly. Which doesn't tend to be the case, does it? So just tell people a little bit how that works.
Yeah, so lots of people don't know what macular is. If you don't know, it's the biggest cause of sight loss. It affects your central vision. The biggest form of it is age-related macular degeneration. And so these will be people who lose their sight in older life, so they're not going to learn Braille, they're not going to get a guide dog. And because most people have never heard of us, you're probably only likely to support us if we're already helping you, if you've got a macular condition, or if you're a family member with a macular condition. So we have to make sure we do everything for our sight loss audience.
Awesome. And so just tell us a bit about your life pre-Macular Society, please.
Yeah, so, oh my God, this is a sign that I'm old. I've been a fundraiser for about 25 years, I think.
Yeah, all the best people have, though.
I know, and I'm the generation that fell into fundraising. So I did a music and arts management degree, which people look at me and go, what? Spent years working in the arts, had a family trauma where I had an auntie who died of primary brain, secondary lung cancer, and it made me think, what am I doing with my life? Raising money for white middle-class bourgeois musicians. Sorry, anybody who's working in arts fundraising, it's amazing, but it wasn't for me. And then moved, I was major donor and corporate fundraiser for Refuge, the domestic violence charity. Then I did major donor fundraising at Diabetes UK. From there, I moved to a teeny tiny prostate charity as the first member of staff, left there as chief exec in 2012 when we were taken over by Prostate Cancer UK. And then I was at Dyslexia Action, and then Rethink Mental Illness, and now the Macular Society. So background was very much events, major donors and corporates, but now leading a team, biggest team I've ever led now, 30 people in my team, which is a bit mad.
Awesome team. Really great team.
Awesome. Yeah.
They are fab. Okay, so tell me a bit. So obviously you've got loads of experience. Tell me why you joined Thrive.
So I think it was multiple reasons. I think firstly, Claire, because I was working with you with my team, so I think particularly for us, the lockdown, I was really worried about the mental health of my team. So I'm a mental health first aider. Part of the reason that I worked at Rethink Mental Illness is that I have a history of depression and anxiety. And so I'm very aware that I ask a lot of the team, and that in order for them to be able to do their jobs, I need to support them. And sometimes that's my support, and other times that's you. And they were doing loads of work with you. And I think you and I had a conversation where you asked me, what was I doing to look after myself? And I had to say, well, I run. And I don't really do a lot else. So your email happened to come through on a day where I was thinking, actually, how can I expect my team to stay strong and do all of this if I'm not looking after myself? And so I literally clicked the button and went, yeah, I need to do this for me, because whilst my gut is to spend most of my training budget on my team, actually they need me to be strong, and they need me to be the swan that's hastily, paddling underwater but looks perfectly calm on the top. And so, yeah, so I didn't think twice. I just was like, yeah, I need to do this for me, and because it then does it for them.
Absolutely. Okay. And how have you found it? Tell me what do you think of it? How you found it?
Oh my God. We're going to sound like broken records, but it's the best 90 minutes of my week. It's not just the access to you and the specialists who are just phenomenal. You know, people that you just like, I mean, people, Wayne, John, all of them are just people. I mean, I'm a Twitter lurker. I don't really interact on Twitter, but I find it really great to learn things. And these people that are just like, I don't know, they're like the gods of the fundraising world, but who don't think they're the gods of the fundraising world. So it's not like, oh, we're with all these really kind of poncy experts who so far up their own bottoms, they're licking their tonsils. These are people who are really human, but who really know their shit. And I get to spend time with them, plus other amazing fundraising directors who, I'm not a networker, and I'm not a person who promotes themselves. I will absolutely promote my team and my charity, but I'm not the kind of person that's like, yeah, I'm going to do all these talking engagements thing, because I think it's a bit wanky, quite frankly. And so to be in this space with these incredible experts and these other incredible directors of fundraising, it feels almost like a privilege. And you get so much out of it. Plus, I have a big team. It's a long time since I did any fundraising. And so what it gives me is that brilliant oversight that means that, you know, I'm asked my opinion all the time on stuff. Half the time I haven't got a Scooby-Doo, but I have to make decisions. And this is a way of me giving me much more confidence that I'm able to make those decisions on the work that my team are doing. It's just brilliant.
Okay, cool. So we're halfway through your 12 months in Thrive. What are you most, I'm really sorry, I need to apologize. Rather than barking, my dog has now found something that he's playing with, which I keep trying to kick him and get him to shut up. I'm really sorry.
So what you need, Claire, is like cats, you see, they just sleep. A cat that sleeps.
Yeah. I totally lost my train of thought.
This is the best. This is also the other great thing about Thrive, is it's really real. So because we've
really
all been
random.
working at home, there's dogs, there's people coming in, Paul's always got a whisper gold. It's just, that's the other thing I love about it, is it's not poncy.
Okay, so tell me, the next 6 months then, what's your focus for the next 6 months, and what is it that you're kind of relying on Thrive to help you develop or do, or which are the bits that you're most interested in the next 6 months?
So we're in a massive period of growth and investment in fundraising, which I feel really privileged to be able to say that. I'm so lucky in that my organisation has been investing in fundraising. So it's about sense checking some of that stuff that we're doing. So we're just about to get our budget signed off for next year, because we run January to December. So it's me feeling confident that all of those areas of investment that we're putting in are right, that I feel confident to be able to support my team in that. And it's also that sharing with the other directors, you know, what they're doing, what's working for them. I'm learning as much from the others in the group as I am from all of the experts. And I think there doesn't seem to be another place where you can do that safely. Not at this level. Fundraising chat is brilliant. I love it. But it's not that director level. And there's something about that really safe space where you can ask what you might think seems like a really stupid question that you think, I should probably know that. You know, I've been a fundraising director for over 10 years. Why don't I? But we can't know everything.
No. So ultimate question, because this seems to be like the hardest thing. How would you describe Thrive to somebody else? Because I guess we're in it every week, and I still find it, I change the way I describe it every time. What if people were going to sign up, what is it they're going to get?
Oh my God. So it's a bargain. I mean, if you think about it, it's less than £100 a year to support your organisation and your fundraising team with your ultimate mission. For us, you're going to help me beat macular disease. It's a no-brainer. It's access to experts that you just wouldn't have access to. It's access to you, Claire. I think you're revolutionising the sector, and I think if we could clone you, there's such a need for you. And God, I don't know how a lot of charities would have got through the pandemic without knowing that you were there. and you sell yourself so short. But it's as much you, actually, for me, as it is about the experts and the other people in the group. And I'm learning so much. I'm able to share stuff that I can't share with anyone else. It's so lonely being a fundraising director, because you have to be this figurehead here. Your chief exec might support you, but they're more often than not, they're not a fundraiser, or they might have been a fundraiser a while ago, but the world changes. And it's just such a safe place to be able to go, oh, I'm struggling with this, or oh, I hadn't thought to do that. We're putting our chief exec's photograph next to her signature in our DM pack because John Lepp said, you should really try that. And I went back to my team and went, oh, we did this. And John, and they're like, oh, that's a great idea. So yeah. And it's 90 minutes a week, but it's, oh my God, it's the most uplifting, inspiring, exciting 90 minutes of your week.
The thing that I like about it, I'm well aware that I created it. The thing I like about it that I hadn't quite grasped when I kind of came up with it. So obviously I used to be a fundraising director. I had that, is this a thing that I'm just creating for what I would have wanted when I was doing that job? I also don't know, to be perfectly honest, whether had Thrive existed, could I actually have got myself back into being a fundraising director? I really wanted to create a thing. But you know the point. So for people watching, the plan originally was that it's 90 minutes and the whole thing gets recorded so that you can go back and learn from it. You can ask questions if you're not there. Now we turn off the recording for the first 20 minutes. So everybody can have that 20 minutes of decompress, the things that you just can't. You can't tell your chief exec, you can't tell your team, you can't really tell a colleague because they just won't get it. And here it is, there's this group of people, and it kind of has become a bit like a very strange little family where everybody's going, how did this go? And it's that bit to me is just so lovely. And it's, I quite like that 20 minutes bit at the beginning where everybody goes, how did that go? And everybody's kind of cheerleading or commiserating or feeling frustrated with you. I hadn't quite grasped just how powerful that having that opportunity to do that would be. And then we kind of close it off, don't we, and go, right, also done, let's get on with some digital strategy. And it's like it is almost that offloading space where you can then clear your head and carry on for the next week. And I hadn't appreciated just how valuable that was going to be, and it kind of has created itself but Claire,
that doesn't exist anywhere else. There's lots of groups, and there's breakfasts, and there's round tables, but they all feel quite formal. And I think especially now we're all virtual, it's not like you can turn to your colleague and about some things have a bit of a moan, but obviously some things you can't because you're the director and you have to be. And so having that space where you can just go, oh my God, a trustee said this to me, I mean, can you believe it? I think it's so important for your own mental health and your own well-being as a director to have that space where you can just go, oh, for fuck's sake, excuse my swearing, I do swear a lot, we should have done the big brother warning before this one.
You should be a big brother warning before most of our calls, really, shouldn't there? But it's amazing.
Just awesome, Claire. It is just.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just like we've just done our budgets for next year, and I have a separate training budget for the fundraising team. I think that's really important, and I'm already making sure that there's a bit for me to keep doing this.
That's so fun.
So yeah, because it's really important, and it will help my team, and that's the most important thing to me.
I liked when so I went out and asked the other experts within the group, what is it that you, and when Zoe Amar came back and said, it's the team around your team, I just thought, oh, that's just so perfect. It's almost like this isn't about removing you and making this secret little club. This is about giving you what you need so that you can then go and be, well, Wayne suggested this or Zoe suggested this, or I can go and ask this question next week, or I can do, and I know I keep going on about it. It was my idea, but I really.
But Claire, also, I'm now using some of the experts who I never would have. I don't know that I would have known quite the extent of their skills. So we've had a workshop with Helen Trenchard, Wayne did the facilitating for our co-create. You know, we're now going, oh, actually, I knew these people were there and I knew they were experts, but I don't think I quite understood the breadth of their experience. And actually now they're coming in and we're employing them to help us beat macular disease. So that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Amazing. So if people are sitting on the fence, if people are thinking, just over, well, it's over £900. What do I, if they're thinking, well, I kind of think I already know this, what should people do?
Sign up. Why wouldn't you? I mean, why I don't, there is nothing else like this. There's so little support for fundraising directors in the sector, and it's a really lonely job, and you're expected to know flipping everything, and you just can't. And so if spending £900 on this means that you are then able to get your team to raise so much more money and feel so much better about their jobs and stay in their jobs and, you know, have great quality of life, then that's a bargain, isn't it? That is an absolute, that's less, you know, it's cheap, less than £100 a month.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Emma. So for those people who have already joined, you will see, if she's here, Emma, next week it's Zoe Amar next week. And if you haven't yet joined, press the button, do it now, and join Emma and I and Zoe and Michelle, who you saw yesterday, and all the others. Closes Monday evening at 10 p.m. After that, you can't join till April next year. So if you want in for support over the winter, support through January, February, March, which is traditionally just horrible. If you want in, come and have a look. If you've got any questions, there is a button on the page to email me, call me, whatever. I'll answer all your questions. But we would really love to see some more people come and thrive with us. Amazing. Thank you very much, Emma. Have a lovely day, and I will see you next week. Take care. See ya.